Hello, my loves. All right, I'm really excited to continue on with this theme around quantum leaping. My name is Sitara for those of you who are new to my channel. I am, yes, quantum leaping. I am having the experience today, started yesterday, and today, where I'm starting to recognize the things that I'm calling in through a quantum leap are starting to come in. But this is sometimes what happens, and this is a little bit of the caveat of the quantum leaping, right? You can quantum leap, you can manifest, you can call things in, and ultimately what happens is with the quantum leap, we're changing our circumstance from one place to another. So when we're changing our circumstance, we're changing our place from one place to another, we have to change. Change has to happen. Circumstances are going to shift. So in that regard, I am having a very proper Mercury retrograde. Okay, things are starting to shift kind of day, which has me feeling a little bit agitated internally because of other circumstances that maybe have not quite come together in a desirable way in the past. So because certain things in my life right now, I'll say my business, are starting to shift, there's this internal like hesitation going on that's like, oh my goodness, like here it's starting to come. And also simultaneously it'll start to bring up, what I'm noticing today is that it's bringing up like PTSD. And PTSD can be like on a spectrum, right? It can be like really, really, really extreme, or it can be something where, you know, something bad happened, or let's say a relationship dissolved in a bad way, or, you know, just certain things didn't roll out the way that you wanted them to roll out. Well, when we address that internal part of ourselves that is feeling that like little tinge of the agitation, that is the trigger that is ultimately within ourselves that is dissolving and ready to be released in order to align with that vibrational integrity that's going to bring you into the space within your quantum leap. So this is where, and this can be, I'm having one of those moments where I'm having like 5 ideas come to my mind at one time. So I'm like, okay, how do I explain this in a way that lands and is effective, that can be very useful for you? So one of the first courses I ever taught was called Trust Your Intuition. And so trusting your intuition, there's a lot of times where our intuition gives us guidance and then we follow that intuition and then it leads to, let's say, undesirable results, or something falls apart, or a relationship dissolves, or something happens that ultimately is not necessarily what we expected or what we thought was going to happen. So in that experience, we have this really interesting we have a really interesting note to address within ourselves, right? Because we don't want that experience to devalue or dissolve the internal trust that we have in ourselves and our own intuition, right? That's key. So that I'm bringing this in because that's similar to what can happen in a quantum leap. So with a quantum leap, you can have this experience where you're calling in what it is that you're desiring, and then you recognize that things in your life have to change in order for you to actually ascend and shift into that new timeline of that quantum leap, or what it is that you're manifesting and what you're desiring. So the things will start to like fall apart. I'm just going to say it like it is. Things will start to seem like they're falling apart. That's how I want to say it. They'll seem like they're falling apart. So certain things that don't belong or aren't going with the direction that you are going will start to spin out of your orbit. And so the best thing that I have found for myself to be able to do is to lean into the acceptance of what is as it's happening. Because oftentimes, especially if it is a trigger from the past, we'll kind of go into a knee-jerk kind of kick up reaction sort of place. And that reaction sort of place isn't going to give us the opportunity to really address what is in front of us and to be able to move forward with effective communication, with maturity, with integrity. And so we want to sit back a bit and be in a natural response. And so I'm recording this video during a retrograde and in an eclipse window. We've got a full moon in Scorpio coming up in 2 days or tomorrow. So there's a heightened sense of energy. So even if you're watching this video in a completely different astrological composition, it doesn't necessarily matter, but we do want to take into the account of how we are controlling our own emotions and how we are controlling our own sort of reaction or response to the circumstances that are falling away and the things that are spinning out of our orbit. And that is really what brings us from immaturity into maturity. And I call spiritual wisdom like spiritual maturity. That wisdom itself, wisdom embodied, is spiritual maturity. So when we're growing, whether you're using a spiritual practice or not, when you are growing and you are evolving, you are advancing your own spiritual evolution. And so by advancing your own spiritual evolution, you are ascending in your vibrational nature, which is up-leveling your vibrational integrity. It up-levels who you attract into your life. It will start to shift and change things in a really powerful way that is supportive and conducive to you fulfilling your divine purpose and what it is that you are desiring to experience in this world. So with all of that being said, I would really love to actually use the rest of our time here. I want to keep it short and sweet, but I would love to bring in a transmission, some light codes and just some healing energy to move through any stuck energy associated with the unwillingness to change, any stuck energy with the unwillingness to evolve. So anything and everything that is, let's go ahead and take a nice big deep breath, connect your root chakra all the way down to the center of the planet. You can go ahead and just visualize the expansion of your own energy. Go ahead and connect to the inner being within, that inner light within. That inner radiance within that is allowing you to feel your genuine connection to source consciousness. And so as you feel your energy expand, this actually makes it a lot easier for you to let go of any of those places within that you feel you don't want to budge, or like certain things are, not quite connecting in the way that you want them to. We're going to go ahead and address these hardened places within ourselves so that we can dissolve and release those triggers. So we want your energy to be very, very big, very, very light, very, very fluid. Go ahead and scan your body. So visualize or just scan yourself using your awareness from about a foot above the crown of your head and scanning your body through your body. Where are you recognizing any tension, any points of contention? Like what is going on in your body where there's a block of energy? I know for myself right now, I'm feeling it right here, and I could be feeling that right here, and you might be as well, because we have a match. That's why we're here today. Or it could be somewhere else in your body. And if it's somewhere else in your body, that's a beautiful thing. We're going to go ahead and address that. And what my intention is I'm going to start channeling some light codes that is going to dissolve the internal attachment and commitment to the trigger that you have that is keeping you in the same cycle. So let's go ahead and take a nice big deep breath. So any and all energy that is associated with resistance to change, anything and everything that is, let's go ahead and cancel, release, dissolve at the root cause, in this lifetime or other lifetimes, in any and all parallel realities. Activating the connection to the vibrational currents that are available to us now to evoke that change and to go to the absolute core root of anywhere within that is resisting ascension, that is resisting change, that is resisting the acceptance of personal behavior and actions, releasing blame, shame, guilt, and punishment, anything and everything that is associated with blame, shame, guilt, and punishment, all that can be released in this moment. Let's go ahead and cancel, delete, release, de-story. Io atarana ia wa una ua kia haakarai. Ia wa a kia otoronua puana ha ia wa ua puana kai. When you start to feel the energy releasing, go ahead and soften and continue to allow yourself to let go. Io wa oa ho'okonua ia kua sitia ana wa ua puana hi ia wa pua kai. Ia hi iona ia wa pua kua ha'a kia tarai. Io wa ha'ana ia wa hu'u kua ua sa'atarana ia kua ha'ana ia. Io wa ua puna ia ha'akana ia wa puna ia wa a'akana ia wa puna ki. There's also a prayer coming through that is a protection that is going to make you invisible or unreachable to anyone that does not have your absolute highest and best intention at heart. Iwa a kia taranaya iwa hu'ukua tunukua pua hu'uku nikia. Ia sio tronua ia kua nakai I kia trai. Go ahead and again remember to allow your body to soften, letting go of those trigger points within, to dissolve and ascend into your own spiritual maturity, your own embodiment of wisdom within, connecting to the infinite nature of all that is, and allowing your body to ascend to the next step of your own evolution, releasing and letting go of everything that is not coming with you to your own golden timeline here and now, today, in this moment, across all expanses of times, all parallel realities. Iwa kanai, iwa kunaku, ua ha'aya kiatarai, iwa tunu ua punaki. We also want to send a wave of forgiveness to all those around us who have not been able to connect at the level in which we may have desired or wanted, acknowledging the internal desire or creation of expectations that can be dissolved and acknowledged through personal responsibility and personal action. Offering guidance to the next step, may it be available to you extremely clearly, without any question, completely unwavering faith, and allowing all that is within you to be blessed with the absolute divine presence of your own higher self-awareness. All right, my sweet love. And so as you evoke your own quantum leaps, and as we stay connected here through this month, and I will be doing a live 3-day event. I'm actually really excited about this. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, get the notification so that when I share out a post, you'll get that link, or you can join my mailing list at monadsociety.com. You'll find us there. And so with that, my sweet friend, I absolutely adore you. Thank you for being here with me today. Please keep an eye out for that Quantum Leap, a 3-day event intensive that we're going to be doing. It will really catapult us into new realities together. So with that, my dears, I adore you. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day, and I am sure I will chat with you again very soon. Mwah! Ciao, ciao.